It's been some speculation that the fires in Southern California were started by arson. Officials in the West Hills area are investigating the Kenneth fire that broke out Thursday afternoon as potential arson, according to the Los Angeles Police Department. One person has been detained in that investigation. Now, a police source tells Fox 11 that a man who was arrested Thursday in Woodland Hills may be linked to the fire. The arrest happened around 4:30 p.m. Thursday, near the area of Arcos Drive and Galendo Street. Residents say a man was riding around on a bicycle carrying a large blowtorch, trying to set multiple old Christmas trees and garbage cans on fire. When the man rode away, neighbors followed him and eventually stepped in. One neighbor said that a group went up and grabbed the man, even zip-tying him at one point.
Commander 21 Charles, Roger. Commander 21 Adam is transferring.
Let him go through it.
Incident command. Commander 21 Boyd. Maybe I'm going to point anybody be able to let the left T-shirt. Is that correct?
One of the big concerns is arson that we've been talking about, and there are reports that the fire that we saw burning tonight in West Hills and Calabasas was started by a potential arsonist. Our colleague, also from KTVU, is there tonight talking about what he's seeing on the ground and what we've learned in terms of a potential crime scene now.
Zach Sauce, are you there? Can you hear us?
Okay.
Good on white.
No, we hear him. Zach, are you there?
So yep.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I'm at the corner of Arcos and Galendo in the community of Woodland Hills. It is here that we understand a bizarre set of circumstances occurred around 4:30. It is our understanding that police have made an arrest of a suspected arsonist here in the community of Woodland Hills. A source in the police department telling us that this suspect may be tied to the potentially the Kenneth fire. So around 4:30, we are told by several neighbors here that there was a man riding around on his bicycle with a large blowtorch, apparently attempting to set numerous old Christmas trees on fire, garbage cans with wood debris on fire. He was riding around, and some neighbors that were just being very alert about this, certainly concerned seeing all of the fires in the community. They knew that something was not right here. As he started to ride away, neighbors started to follow him. He eventually made his way up here to this intersection, and that is where a number of neighbors stepped in. Take a listen.
I had been sent a video by my daughter-in-law, who lives on the first floor, that an arrest was being made with a guy driving on a bicycle with a blowtorch. I didn't see this, but somebody across the street tracked down this guy through the neighborhood. He was riding around and either tackled him, and my daughter-in-law called the police, or somebody called the police, called 911, and they sent loads of cop cars out.
And how did your friend intervene?
Apparently he saw him walking, and a couple of his neighbors did as well. They called the cops right away. Suspicious looking guy. They all came out of their house. They told him to stay right there, held him down, stuff like that.
They detained him.
Yeah, they detained him. That's what I heard.
So you guys, I understand you zip tied him? Is that?
Yeah.
This gentleman, I understand he seemed sort of agitated. Can you describe that?
I mean, it seemed like maybe he was on something or something. He was very like, I can't stop. I'm not putting this down. I'm doing this. And very focused on moving forward with the blowtorch. And we were like, we can't be doing that right now.
Yeah, just a remarkable set of events here. Neighbors, again, being alert, seeing something that was obviously suspicious, deciding to step in. They say that this man was acting incredibly erratic when they detained him. You saw that video that was shot from above here. That first person you heard from there, that was his. That video was shot from above from that home. The neighbors had some zip ties. They were again able to detain him. They said that this man did mention potentially being on some form of a drug, yeah, again, they say that they then called police. Police arriving, they say, fairly soon after. A large police presence. One neighbor telling me it was the largest police presence he has seen in this community, which is generally a very quiet community, and they took him away. Again, we don't know if any charges have been filed right now, but we do believe he is being held potentially on attempted arson. Back to you.
Zach, thank you for all that information and that new video, courtesy of Citizen app. So you are currently in Woodland Hills, is that right?
That is correct. Yep, just at the corner of, go ahead.
No, my question is because there was a little bit of confusion where it hadn't hit the residents yet who have been evacuated. Are people out of their homes? Because we know that early on the progress was pretty significant here in terms of the firefight, so that the evacuation order was downgraded to a warning. So I'm just curious of sort of the state of the neighborhood right now. Are people out of their homes? Are they in homes?
This community has not been evacuated. Most people are in their homes. Some have chosen to leave out of an abundance of caution, but most people just closely monitoring the fire, which is just incredibly close. And again, that is why when they saw, I mean, I assume that anyone who saw something like this, given the circumstances, would probably call police, but they were already very much on edge when they saw this person riding around, and that is why they decided to step in.
Do they know how he started the fire?
Well, again, to be clear, it is only through a source that this person is potentially being tied to the Kenneth fire. What they saw was this man with the blowtorch going up and down the block, attempting to light an old Christmas tree on fire and garbage cans filled with tree debris, essentially. The other thing that they mentioned was that he then remarked when they approached him, "You need to get out of here. There's a large fire nearby."
Okay, so because we don't know for sure that that is the man connected to the Kenneth fire, that's why I guess we made the decision to blur his face. And until that name has been announced and we have more specifics of that, we thought it would be unfair to show his face. But that gives you a sense of what is happening here, right?
Yeah, that is correct. It is only through a source that we understand that this person is potentially tied to a police source, tied to the Kenneth fire. Currently, this person being held, we believe, on suspected arson, but not definitively, that suspected arson not definitively tied to the Kenneth fire.
Order your natural soaps and body oils, natural detox, CBD sticks and pre-rolls, vapes, hair and skincare products. 20% off at night and dayherbals.com.